So my name is Alexandra Meyer. I go to Rockhurst University, and I'm doing the cell phone buyback scholarship. I have the LG G2, and my carrier is Sprint. You know, I really like my LG G2. It's with me all the time. I rely on it a lot, actually. It has everything I need. You know, I use the calendar to keep track of when I work and when I go to school or when I have assignments due and when I have appointments or everything else. It also has sufficient storage space, so I never have to worry about if I'm able to download Pokemon Go or if I have to get rid of a few things first. I don't have to worry about things like that. It does it for me. It's very good about keeping track on how much battery I use. So if something is using too much energy, it asks me if I want to shut it down or if I want to keep it going. So it lets me keep track of that so that I don't have a dead battery when I need it most. The other thing that I really like about this phone is that you can customize it the way you want, the screen and everything. And the less that you have on your screen, the less battery it takes up, and I think that's a great feature. You know, there are a few things that I don't like about this phone, though. Unfortunately, this phone doesn't have a memory card, and they didn't tell me that whenever I got the phone, so I lost a lot of pictures and videos that were important to me when I switched over to this phone. And I know you have to create a Gmail account whenever you get a smartphone, and that still didn't work to transfer all my pictures over. I spent hours and hours trying to download different apps and plugging it into my computer and doing all kinds of stuff to try to transfer everything, and I got very little. Unfortunately, because I got a new phone for such a cheap price, I had to trade in my old one, you know, the 2-year plans, but I guess that's okay. I didn't need an old phone sitting around, and I can take new photos. What was I gonna do, load up my old phone to look at photos? But I wish I would have known about the memory card issue beforehand. So now I have a bunch of different apps, and I upload things to clouds and everything else, so that hopefully I get everything of mine. But I won't know if I'll get everything until, you know, I get a new phone. The good thing about this, though, is that this is the first phone I've ever had that the power button hasn't broken. On every single phone I've had to replace it multiple times because the power button breaks. So that's a big plus in my book, because it's very annoying to have to push the button 5 times just to get it to light up or power down or whatever else. But another bad thing about this phone is that the LG G2 does not have any case options. This is probably the only case that they have. And as you can see, it's pretty damaged from dropping. I wish I had more options, but I don't. I will say the case works very, very well, but as you can see, I had to paint my own cow on there because they don't have any designed cases. You know, overall, it's a good phone, and I would recommend the LGs. They're not complicated at all. It's not too much to where you can't find anything on your phone and you don't know how to do all this different stuff. I've noticed that with a lot of other people's phones, that they don't know how to get to their settings and fix all these things. But it's relatively easy with this phone, and I think that's a big plus, especially with us getting into high-tech, you know, everything. Being able to comprehend your technology is important. Overall, LG G2, I would give it probably a 4 out of 5. I wish there were more options, and the storage thing for pictures and transfers kind of sucks, but they have options for that.